Going It Alone, A Year of Play. This is episode 11, Yikes, Reflections of a Year That Has Flown. And here's a reminder as to why I have been doing these videos. This is my final video of the series. Some, yes, may be sad to hear that, but let's cut to the chase. A recent stat I found said that 64% of UK workers wanted to start their own business. And in my experience over this last year, my advice is just do it. This year has probably been one of the best of my career, and throughout these videos I have sort of shared how it's not been easy, but the one thing I have learned is that it takes determination, grit, that ability to pivot and change and accept that things might not be working, and a lot of tears to get there, but boy has it been fun. Yes, I am in a fortunate position where financial security, which is obviously one of the things that I shared right at the beginning that I needed to help me. It's one of my drivers to help me feel more settled making this decision to go it alone. But I am in that position where financial security has been there, which has allowed me to take some risks and think differently about how I approach things. But that said, reflecting again on this year that is gone, I do recognise you don't need that necessarily if you're willing to put all that work in, have a clear plan, and keep trying stuff. So if you're about to start a business or have already done so, I want to share with you 10 of the reflections of mine over this past year. Now, some may resonate, some you may think is talking rubbish, but some of them may also help you prepare for the future. So here we go. Here's my 10. What have I learned? Well, number one, surround yourself with the right people. Now, for years, I've been associated and surrounded myself with people who I might not have fully liked or respected, and equally they could have said the same about me. But when you go it alone, you need to make sure you're networking, meeting, and surrounding yourself with these positive influences that are going to help you, but equally where you feel you can add value to them. Number two, happiness isn't measured in pounds. And I know it's a bit obvious, but it's a massive reflection that I've had, where the time and the flexibility and the ability to do the things that are more important to me and generate fun in how I work and how I interact with others is just immeasurable. Three, accept and move on. Now, LinkedIn posts, certainly at the start of my going it alone journey, I was like, oh my goodness, the impressions haven't reached a certain amount. It's not reaching enough people. Oh, people aren't liking my content. Do you know what? Accept, move on. It's something that I've learned massively over this last year, and I know I've got better. If something doesn't work, try something different. If something doesn't work, accept it and just say, okay, that didn't work. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to try it again a bit later, whatever. But accept and move on. You can't spend time dwelling on things when you're running your own business. Be proud of your own business. In the early days, I was a bit embarrassed to sort of talk about my value proposition, what I do and how I do it. But now I'm proud. I walk into a room and I sort of say, this is what I do, and people can like it or they can leave it. Back to that, accept and move on. 5, being self-employed is better than I expected it to be. Now, I knew it would have its challenges, and I've shared some of that before, that financial security was really, really key for me. But the time, the flexibility, the ability to push my mind and thoughts into places where I wanted them to go rather than having to be restricted by other people's priorities, it's been fantastic. 6, be honest with family, friends, and significant others. Now, that is something which over the many years I've not been as open with, surrounding finances, surrounding priorities, but actually when you go it alone, you've got to work as one unit, because there's going to be change, multiple priorities, there's going to be demands put on you in a very different way. So it's been liberating just planning the family life in conjunction with the business life. Business comes when you least expect it. You can try so hard, but it's amazing. This last year I found that suddenly you'll get a phone call, an email saying, we were like this, or could you do something here? It just comes when you least expect it. So planning and trying to build in these complex business plans and financial forecasting, yes, it is useful. It's important to have in the background, and I did a video previously about some of that, but I've not sort of hung my hat on those particular things. Yes, it's been a focus. It's helped me strive, and it's been a goal, which is important to have. But at the same time, it's amazing how business can just materialize just like that. So have an open mind, I suppose, is the point I'm trying to say. Pricing will always be dynamic. Now, one of the things that I've learned, and it's been a challenge of mine, really thinking about pricing. And again, I did a previous video surrounding that. Yes, I'm a business, but I'm still going to make pricing decisions with the heart. So pricing will always be dynamic. And there's lots of different pricing models you can attach your product or service to. I'm sure many but the pricing element, I've learned that I'm always gonna flux with some of that. You mustn't allow too much alone time, and it links back with surrounding yourself with the right people. Sitting in front of a PC is so easy to do in the early stages, and just checking LinkedIn and emails every 2 minutes. But actually, the magic has happened for me when I've been out there meeting people. Even the random stuff where I go and grab a coffee and chat with Maureen, who's in her 80s and sitting there by herself. We get talking. It was an opportunity for me to practice some of my spiel, and some of sharing a bit more about my business, which means I can polish it for when I'm in front of potential clients, etc. So get out there, meet people. You never know what can happen on the back of it. And then finally, as my last sort of video demonstrated, it's okay to change. It's okay to pivot. I have changed my value proposition. I've really revamped, or in the process of revamping my website, looking at things very differently. I've been, over this last year, deciding what I really like, what I really enjoy, what I love doing. And so it's okay to change. Your business model, the way you do stuff, does not need to remain static all the time. Yes, there needs to be a level of consistency, because potential clients will get confused. So you need to be clear around broadly what you're trying to achieve, but it's okay to make change, and to live with that change and talk through that change with others. So that's a big reflection of mine. So there we have it. 10 of my reflections over the last year. I really appreciate all those people out there that have taken the time to listen to my videos. And this first year in business has been amazing. Now, the stats usually point to business failure in the first year, and then I think it's a ridiculous stat that most businesses fail within the first 5 years. So I'm year one down. I'm 20% into that 5 year sort of time frame. I'm loving it. I'm really grateful, and thank you for all those clients that have supported me to date, and for the future ones. And back to that first point, if you are thinking about going alone, my advice, just do it. And if you need anything from me, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks again, and look forward to sharing some more content with you in the near future.